Hello and welcome to the second video in the video set Left 4 Dead Authoring Tools. I am ModMaker, and today we're going to be talking about ladders and the developer console. The developer console is useful for both creating nav files, which I will talk about in the next video, and doing some really cool things like allowing to pass through matter and spawning enemies at any given position. Now, to create a ladder, there are two things that are required: a prop, which is the image that the player sees, and a box surrounding it, which is known as a function ladder, which will tell the game that it is actually a ladder. This allows you to create multiple props on top of each other and still have this seamless ladder rise. So first, you have to go into the second room where we're going to put this, and you need to create a place where the player will actually be able to move to. And then we're going to create a prop static at the ground and filter the ladder and select one that you seem appropriate. Now we have to rotate it so that it faces the wall, and we can create multiples of these, like I said, so that we have a ladder of the correct height that will actually go to the ceiling. Now, increase grid spacing so that you can create it as small as possible that contains the entire ladder. And then browse for no draw. Now, if it has a single color and has text on the front of it like this, it is a system texture, and that means that it will usually not draw, and it affects the game in various different ways. It just is invisible to the player, meaning they can't see it at all. Once you have done, hit enter to draw it. Now we're going to use this, which is toggle texture application. It allows us to change the texture of a single side of a block. I'll click on the forward side and hit browse for ladder, and hit filter ladder, and this is a system texture that tells the game that this is in fact a ladder. Once you're done, hit apply. As you can see, it only drew it on one side. Now you need to change the type of the block, tile to entity, and select function ladder, and apply, and you have now created a ladder. Now you can run the map, and it will actually have the ladder as it would normally in the game. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the developer console. Now, to access the developer console, you need to enable developer console, which is in settings under keyboard/mouse. And to access the developer console, you hit the tilde key, which is the top left key below escape. I'll be talking about how to create a nav file to fix this in the next video. But first, I'm going to show you that this is in fact a ladder. Congratulations. Now, this is the console. It shows everything that the game has been doing since the game. Now, this is really important for creating nav files, like I said, which I will talk about in the next video. Now, a useful function or a useful command in console is what's known as noclip, and it creates noclip, which allows you to move around the game, flying through the game and traveling through matter. And you just have to select noclip again in the console to turn it off. Another one is God 1, which turns God mode on for all of the survivors, meaning that they're invincible. They can't take damage. And the last function I'm going to talk about, all of the other functions are used in nav, which I'll explain more in detail in the next video, but the next function is Z-spawn. which spawns a common infected at the mouse, or at the reticule. But he will not move from that position because he doesn't know what is movable. Just like the survivors will not move. As you can see here, it says achievement disabled, ignoring achievement process, meaning you cannot spawn a bunch of bad guys in here and get all of your achievements done. Now you can do Z-spawn and then the name of a special infected, like the witch. And we've created a witch at the position. But, just like the old one, it cannot move because it does not know what is walkable. But do not think that she is harmless. Well, actually she is. Okay. But I will be then make sure to check in for the next video. I will be talking about nav files, which will make this actually playable as determined by the game, meaning that the survivals will move, it will start spawning bad guys, and the enemies will be able to move. Make sure to check in often to new videos, and subscribe if you like this and want to learn more. I'm going to be creating a new video set, which will be making your own video games, programming, using DirectX 3D. So check in, see if you like them, and I will see you again real soon.